Hey everyone, welcome to the week 15 preview video, the last week of the course. I got a few things to say about what we need to do, so let's get started. But first, I just want to say thanks for coming along for this crazy old journey that we've been on together. Um, yeah, thank you, and hang in there. I have deep respect for you all for all the work that you're doing. So I'm headed over to assignments week 11 to 15, and I'm going to drill down to the area called lesson plans and then find the area for week 15. So as you guys can see here at the very top, this is pulled from the revised schedule and it lists the things that we're going to be turning in by Friday. And so that's the end of the term. It's usually Sunday, but Friday is our target date for finishing our work for the course. So that means, as you can see here, final revamped portfolio, end of term labor submission, and optional +1 essay for those who are looking to move up between grade scale. But first, the portfolio. So why do we do portfolios? Well, it's an opportunity to look back. And boy, do we have some things to look back upon, I would say. Usually portfolios have two main parts. There's a reflective part, and then there's a revision of essay part. So you guys can see the three reflective pieces that are highlighted here that we're going to focus on, which I'll get to in just a minute when we look at the instructions. The second part usually includes a revision of an essay or two. In this particular portfolio, it is an optional experience to do to revise an essay, but if you're very interested in exceeding on this particular project, then that's probably the way to go. Choose either the workshop 1 or workshop 2 essay and then take another shot at revising it. I will say this as well. If you do that, if you choose to revise an essay, you got to use your highlighter and you got to let me know what's been changed between the two. Otherwise, I'll just sort of be reading in the dark and really not have a basis to look between the two. So when in doubt, if you make any changes down to the smallest period and to the largest paragraphs that you add, make sure it's highlighted. I'm going to scroll down to the portfolio instructions and open that up now. So at the very top, you guys can see that the labor call out is about 3 to 4 hours here, but that's probably an estimation for all the other things that were listed in here as well that we've also taken out. So you're probably at around 3 hours or so if you revise an essay. If you don't, then it'll be less. So let's look at the first reflection. It's the overall reflection of your experience in the course. And it has been some experience, has it not? It really has. Think about how things worked at the beginning and how things are working now, and then write a little bit about how those two things have come together for you as a scholar person that you are. The second reflection has to do with your labor file that you have been so diligently updating, and thank you. We keep it for this particular reason in the portfolio so we can sort of look back at everything that we have done as a way to say, hey, this worked for me, this didn't work for me, and here are the numbers, and here's what they show. So go ahead and look back at your entire experience and then sort of comment on the numbers. The next reflection has to do with your journals that you posted up in the Blackboard, and I think we did 9 of them total. Yeah, 9 total. Have a look, as it says, what patterns did you see? What did you learn from those particular experiences? I mean, I created them to give you guys an opportunity to get early cracks at the material and look around and hear what other people were saying about the work. So then you could take their work and maybe balance it against your own and then sort of push that stuff into your essay a little bit later on. I think the experience has been very unique, especially my English 101 and 102 classes where we actively use people in our community, in our writing communities as sources. I think it's a pretty cool thing. And so that's kind of ground zero for that particular process. So this one here says a reflective analysis of completed essays. So this gives you a chance to go back and look at all three of your essays and sort of maybe chart what you did well and maybe what you could have done better overall. And then this section here has to do with optional revision of one workshop essay. Again, choose from workshop essays 1 or 2, because I think those have been assessed and they've been returned to you. I believe that the workshop 2 essay has gone back to you electronically in Blackboard, but the workshop 1 essay I believe I did by hand, so you probably have that in one of your folders somewhere. Some stuff here about the portfolio. If you don't do it, it says it's a full grade level drop, just an FYI. I'm going to close this document now and scroll down a little bit and say, here's the area to turn in your portfolio. Ideally, this should be in one file. I do not believe that Blackboard gives you an opportunity to list multiple files with it, but let me know what questions or concerns you have about that process. Here is the place to turn in the labor file, and then as we scroll down here we can see information related to the +1 optional essay. You can see the turn-in link here, and I'm going to click into the instructions. So basically, the instructions for this are pretty simple. Head back to the either Workshop 1 or Workshop 2 essay instruction sheets and just repeat that process. And just swap out the stories that you worked with or poems that you worked with in that particular workshop and just evaluate a new set of stories or a new set of poems based on what you're thinking. So that's all it is. It's just giving you an opportunity to do another particular project. If you're interested in moving between, say, B and A, and you didn't really exceed expectations on the essay all along, this particular project is for you. I'm going to close this down now and say that's it, and thanks for all your hard work this term. Yeah, and we'll see you. We'll see you in the next one, or around campus, or online. I don't know, but you guys are awesome. I'll see you later. Bye.